Welcome to Tungal Online Classes. See students, in the previous class we have completed the fifth question. So today we are going to start the sixth question. See the question number 6. So what is the question number 6 is, if the sum of certain number of terms of the arithmetic progression 25, 22, 19 and so on is 116. Find the last term. So what is the question is, they are asking you have to calculate the sum of the certain number of terms in APE. So they are given one arithmetic progression here. So what they are saying that the sum is 116. So they are already given that the sum of the certain numbers is 116. So what the question is, find the last term. Find the last term. So they are given the sum of the n terms and they are asking the what is the nth term is, that is the last term. So see students, here what is the given series is 25, 22, 19 and so on. So that meaning is it is a decreasing. Are you observed that? So that meaning is the first term is a 25 and the common difference is nothing but a2 minus a1. So 22 minus 25, that value is nothing but minus 3. So a value is 25 and d value is minus 3. And already they are given sum of n terms is nothing but 116. Already we know that term here, that is the sum of the certain number of terms is 116. The number of terms we are taking it as n. What is the number? We don't know that. So that's why what we are taking that the number of terms be n. So automatically what is the formula you have? Sn is equal to n by 2 plus 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So that is equal to 116. Already what is the values? Already you know that a value is 25 and d value is minus 3. Substitute this value and this value in this equation, what we will get that. So that is nothing but Sn value is nothing but 116, that is equal to n by 2 into 2 into a value is a 25 plus n minus 1 into d value is a minus 3. Replace that value here and take this 2 n by 2 to take into the LHS side. What you will get that 16 into 2, that is 116 into 2, that is equal to n into, simplify the value here, 2 into 25, that is the 50, and multiply with minus 3 inside. What you will get that minus 3n minus of minus, it will become plus 3. So that is nothing but 232, that is equal to n into 53 minus 3n. So 232 is equal to n into 53 minus 3n. Just multiply with n here and take this down to that side. What you will get that 232, that is equal to 53n minus 3n square. Take this minus 3n square and 53n to this side. What you will get that one? Take this minus 3n square to the LHS side. It will become plus 3n square. And take this 53n to the LHS side. It will become minus 53n plus 232, that is equal to 0. So here it is a quadratic equation in terms of n. So take the factorization. So 232 into 3, that is nothing but 600, and that is 696. So 696 n square you have to get. You have to split this minus 53n in terms of that value, that is nothing but 3n square minus 24n minus 23n plus 232. If you can multiply these two, you will get 3n square into 232, that is the 696 n square. So this is the factorization. After taking this factorization, take the common here 3n and take the 3n out, it will become n minus 8, and take the minus 29n from the remaining two terms, that is the minus 29, and take it out, it will become n minus 8, that is equal to 0. So are you observed here, n minus 8 is the common term. So if you can take that n minus 8 common, what it will become 3n minus 29 into n minus 8 is equal to 0. So a into b is equal to 0, meaning is nothing but a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. If a is equal to 0, automatically n value will become 29 by 3. If b is equal to 0, automatically n will become 8. But already n is an integer. N is an integer. So what happens? As n can only be an integer value, n is equal to 8. So n value you have to take only integer. So this value is not, we have to take that. So you have to take only one value, that is equal to n is equal to 8 only. So what is the meaning is here? If you add 8 terms, first 8 terms, you will get the sum is 116, that is the 116. So what is the n? N is equal to 8 meaning is the last term is the 8th term. So in the question what they are asking, thus the 8th term is the last term of an arithmetic progression. So therefore we can declare that A8. What is the A8 value? A8 value is nothing but, so already we are taken that n, what is the value formula for A8 is nothing but A plus n minus 1 into D. What is the A8 formula is A plus n minus 1 into D. A value is 25 and n value is 8 and D value is a minus 3. Replace that value here and write on the formula also A plus n minus 1 into D and replace the values. That is 25 plus 8 minus 1 into D. So 25 into, take this value, that is a 7. 7 into minus 3 is nothing but the minus 21. 25 minus 21, that value is 4. So that is the question. See that once again. See the next question, question number 7. So what is the question number 7? Find the sum to n terms of arithmetic progression whose kth term is 5k plus 1. So what is the question? They are given that kth term is a 5k plus 1. They are asking what is the sum of n terms. So kth term is given. They are asking you have to calculate the nth term. How can you calculate this value? So see that one first. What is the question in the given is a kth term of an arithmetic progression. What is the meaning of kth term? That is ak. AK is given that 5 into k plus 1. If AK is given, you can calculate any term in the arithmetic progression, yes or no? So if you can take n is equal to 1, you will get the first term. If n is equal to 2, you will get the second term. If n is equal to 3, you will get the third term. If n is equal to k is equal to n, you will get the nth term, yes or no? So see students here, first term a1 is equal to, first term a1 is equal to, what is the first term? 5 into, in the place of k, just replace 1, that is the 5 into 1 plus 1. So that is equal to 6. And already nth term, what is the nth term? In the place of k, just replace n, you will get the nth term. That is an is equal to 5 into n plus 1. What is the question? In the question they are asking, find the sum to n terms of the arithmetic progression. So already you know the formula. What is that one is? The sum of n terms is n is equal to n by 2 into a plus an. So here a meaning is the first term. First term is nothing but a1. So you can take this value here a1 or a by your choice. So the first term you can take it as a or a1. Okay. So here what we can replace the value, already we know that a value is nothing but here, that is a 6, that is the first term, and an is the last term. So automatically what you will get that is the 5n plus 1. Replace these two values here, what you will get that. That is a n by 2 into a value is a 6 plus an value is 5n plus 1. Just replace the value here. So that is nothing but n by 2 into 5n plus 7. So see students once again, what is the question? They are given one term in the arithmetic progression. In the general term, generally they will give you that an, but here they are given the kth term. Ak is equal to 5k plus 1. In the place of k, if you can take k is equal to 1, you will get a first term. K is equal to 2, you will get a second term. K is equal to 3, you will get a second term, and third term, fourth term. If k is equal to n, you will get nth term. So first term already you know that, and already nth term is also you know that. What is the sum of n terms is n by 2 into first term plus last term. So first term is the 6 and the last term is the 5n plus 1. that is the nth term. Just add these two, you will get that n by 2 into 5n plus 7. Are you understand, students? So see that question. See the next question, question number 8. If the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression is Pn plus Qn square. Sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression is Pn plus Qn square, where P and Q are the constants. So what is the question? Find the common difference. So in this question, what they are giving that the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression, sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression is given. So they are asking what is the common difference is. See that what is the solution of this question is. First, what is the question is given that. So we know that what is the Sn. Sn value is nothing but sum of n terms. N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, sum of n terms. But in the question, what they are given, so the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression, in the question they are given Pn plus Qn square. So already we know this is the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression. But in the question they are given sum of an arithmetic progression is nothing but Pn plus Qn square. Equate these two, what you will get that one, that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to Pn plus Qn square. So take the n by 2 inside, that is a multiply. So what you will get? First multiply with so first simplify this one here, n by 2 into 2a plus, take this d, multiply with the d here first, nd minus d, then you can take a n by 2 inside. So what you will get that one? N by 2 into 2a, n by 2 into 2a, what happens? 2 will be cancelled, you will get na. So n by 2 into 2a, it will become na plus n by 2 into nd, n by 2 into nd. So n into n is a n square into d by 2. N by 2 into minus d, n by 2 into minus d. So that is nothing but n into d by 2. So that is equal to Pn plus Qn square. Just I am simplify the equation. After simplification here, see the next step. What is that one is? So na plus n square into d by 2 minus n into d by 2 plus Pn plus Qn square. What I will take that one? Observe this equation, that is the previous step. From this one, I am going to write the next step. What is that one? Here, Na and n into d by 2 is there. Na minus n into d by 2. You can take the n common here. It will become a minus d by 2 plus n square into d by 2. Are you observed, students? Just Na minus n d by 2. So from these two terms, I am taken that n common. That's all. So this is the previous step. So I am taken here. Okay. So that is we have to understand that. So from these two terms I am taken the n common. It will become a minus d by 2 plus n square into d by 2. So this is that. So after getting this one, so I will compare the coefficients of n square. On comparing the coefficient of n square on both the sides. So here, what is the coefficient of n square? The coefficient of n square in the LHS is d by 2. And what is the coefficient of n square in the RHS? That value is nothing but a q. So by comparing the coefficients of n square on the both the sides, these two terms will be equal. So that is nothing but we get d by 2, it will become q. On comparing the coefficients, what is the n square? N square term is only one term is there in the LHS and only one term in the RHS. Just compare the terms here, just you will get that d by 2 is equal to q. So after getting this one, what we will get, take the 2 to this side, then d will become 2q. So what is the d? D is nothing but the common difference of an arithmetic progression is 2q. Or understand, students? See that question once again, you can understand. See the next question, question number 9. So see, students, what is the question number 9 is? The sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions are in the ratio. The sums of n terms of two arithmetic progressions. You have to take a two arithmetic progressions, or in the ratio. What is the ratio? Is 5n plus 4 is to 9n plus 6. So find the ratio of their 18th terms. 18 terms. See that question, one very important question. See that once again. The sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions. They are given the two arithmetic progressions. The sum of n terms of the first arithmetic progression is a 5n plus 4, and the second arithmetic progression, the sum are 4, 9n plus 6. They are in the ratio 5n plus 4 is to 9n plus 6. So, and also what they are given that the find the ratio of their eighth terms. So that meaning is you have to take the ratio of the 18th terms, the 18th term in the first arithmetic progression, and you have to take the 18th term in the second arithmetic progression, and you have to take the ratio. Okay, see the students, what is the how to solve this question here. Important question. So see that one. Let a1 comma a2, d1 comma d2 be the first terms and the common difference of the first and the second arithmetic progression. What I am taking here, a1 is the first term and d1 is the common difference of first arithmetic progression. a1 is the first term and d1 is the common difference of first arithmetic progression. a2 comma d2. A2 is the first term in the second arithmetic progression, and D2 is the common difference in the second arithmetic progression. Are you understand, students? A1 comma A2. These two are not the first and second terms. What I am taking, A1 is the first term in the first arithmetic progression. D1 is the common difference in the first arithmetic progression. A2, it is not the second term, it is the second arithmetic progression, it is the first term. And what is the D2? D2 is the common difference in the second arithmetic progression. So I am taking the first terms and the common difference of two arithmetic progression. So from the given question, what they are given, the sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions are in the ratio 5n plus 4 is to 9n plus 6. What is the meaning is sum of n terms of first arithmetic progression by sum of n terms of second arithmetic progression. So that is equal to, they are already given that 5n plus 4 is to 9n plus 6. So already you know that what is the formula of sum of n terms. What is the sum of n terms? Tell me, students. N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is a? A is the first term and d is the common difference. But in the first arithmetic progression, what is the first term we are taken? A1. And what is the common difference is D1. So for that one, what we can declare that the sum of n terms of the first arithmetic progression is n by 2 into 2 into A1 plus n minus 1 into D1. Similarly, for the second arithmetic progression, what we are taken, the first term is A2 and the common difference is D2. Automatically, what it will become, the sum of n terms of the second arithmetic progression, n by 2 into 2A2 plus n minus 1 into D2. So that is equal to 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 6. So here n by 2 will be cancelled. So what we will get that 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1 by 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2, that is equal to 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 6. So in the next step, what I will do that one, just take the 2 common, what you will get that a1 plus n minus 1 by 2 into d1 by, take the 2 common, in the denominator also you can cancel the 2 here, what it will become, a2 plus n minus 1 by 2 into d2. So that is equal to 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 6. So observe this step once again. I am taken the 2 common in the numerator, and similarly we are taken the 2 common in the denominator. So cancel the 2. What you will get that a1 plus n minus 1 by 2 into d1. Similarly, in the denominator also a2 plus n minus 1 by 2 into d2. If you are getting the confusion, just take the LCM. What you will get? Take the LCM in the numerator, 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1 by 2. Similarly, take the LCM 2 here. What you will get that? Once again, 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2. The 2 and the numerator 2 will be cancelled. You will get the same. Are you understand, students? So just we are taken the 2 common. So you are getting this value. But what you have to get? The 18th term. You know that. What is the 18th term formula for the first arithmetic progression? 18th term is a1 plus 18 minus 1. What is the nth term formula? A plus n minus 1 into d. A18 value is a1 plus 18 minus 1 is 17 into d1. Are you understand, students? What is an formula is a plus n minus 1 into d. So n value is 18. So it will become a1 plus 17 into d1. So if you want to get this value, why? Because in the question they are asking the ratio of 18th terms. So if you want to get this value here, if you want to get this value here, what is the difference you are observed for this one and this one? So a1 plus, here also a1 is there, plus, so here 17 into d1 is there, but here what you got, that n minus 1 by 2 is there. So you have to make this is the 17. For when it will become 17, take that value. N minus 1 by 2 is equal to 17. So take the 2 cross multiply 34, take this minus 1 to this side, it will become 35. So if you take n is equal to 35, automatically this term will become a1 plus 17 into d1. Why? Because you have to get the ratio of 18th terms. You have to get the ratio of 18th terms. Similarly, for the denominator also, you have to substitute n is equal to 35. Are you understand, students? So once again, see that one, what they are saying, that you have to get the ratio of 18th terms. What is the meaning of 18th term? 18th term you have to get a1 plus 17 into d1. So but here 17 is there, but in the numerator in the place of 17 you have n minus 1 by 2 is there. So you have to make this value is the 17. When it will become 17, n is equal to 35, automatically this value will become 35. That is the 17. So that's why I am taking the value, substitute n is equal to 35. What we will get that one? That is equal to a1 plus n, just replace that n is equal to 35 minus 1 by 2 into d1 by a2 plus n is a 35 minus 1 by 2 into d2. So that is equal to, in the place of n, replace the n is equal to 35, 5 into 35 plus 4 by 9 into 35 plus 6. So this value will become 17. 35 minus 1 is a 34 by 2. That is a 17. Then what it will become? It will become a1 plus 17 into d1 by a2 plus 17 into d2. Simplify this value here. It will become 179 by 321. Are you understand, students? So after taking n is equal to 35, the numerator and the denominators will become like this one. Why you are taking like this? You have to get a18 for the numerator in the first arithmetic progression. In the denominator also you have to get the 18th term in the arithmetic progression of the second one. So after getting this, just take that is the equation number 2. So we know that what is the formulas here. 18th term of the first arithmetic progression. What is that? A1 plus 17 into D1. Next, 18th term of second arithmetic progression. What is that value? A2 plus 17 into D2. So I will take that. Why? Because I already know the formula. What is the formula is? An value is nothing but An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. That is already know this value. So take this is the equation number 3. So what is the equation number 2? Equation number 2 value is, see that equation number 2, A1 plus 17 into D1 by A2 plus 17 into D2 is 179 by 321. That is equation number 2. But here what they are saying that 18th term of arithmetic progression AP of 18th term of the second arithmetic progression of AP is equal to A1 plus 17 into D1 and A2 plus 17 into D2. So from equation 2 and equation 3, what we can declare that this value already in the equation 2, we have that value, we can replace that one. 18th term of an arithmetic progression of AP by 18th term of the second arithmetic progression of AP, this value from the equation 2, what we will get that 179 by 321. So what we can declare that, therefore, the ratio of 18th terms of arithmetic progression AP is 179 is to 321. See that question once again. So you can observe that what is the important question is that one. So read see that question carefully. See the next question. Question number 10. If the sum of first p terms of an arithmetic progression is equal to the sum of the first q terms, then find the sum of first p plus q terms. So what is the question here? The sum of first p terms of an arithmetic progression is equal to the sum of the first q terms. Then find the sum of first p plus q terms. So see students what they are given that one is. So first take that, let A and D be the first term and D be the common difference of an arithmetic progression. Then what we can take? What is that? In the question they are given that sum of first p terms of an arithmetic progression. So Sn, already we know that. What is the Sn? Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the sum of n terms. So here they are given the sum of p terms. So sum of p terms. So Sp is equal to p by 2. In the place of Pn, you will get a p. So Sp meaning is sum of p terms. Sp is equal to p by 2 into 2a plus p minus 1 into d. Similarly, you can take a Sq also. What is the Sq value is? See that one, what is the Sq value? So Sq value is the same. In the place of n, you can replace the q. So Sq is equal to q by 2 into 2a plus q minus 1 into d. So this is the sum of p terms and this is the sum of q terms. So what they are given the question, they are given both are equal. Sum of p terms is equal to the sum of first q terms. So from the question we have what is that, sum of first p terms of an arithmetic progression is equal to sum of the first q terms. Just equate the both. So what it will become that, see that one, p by 2 into 2a plus p minus 1 into d, that is equal to q by 2 into 2a plus q minus 1 into d. So what we can cancel that, the 2 and the 2 will be cancelled. So it will become p into 2a plus p minus 1 into d is equal to q into 2a plus q minus 1 into d. So just take the p inside, what happens? P into 2a, that is the 2ap plus pd into p minus 1, take the q inside, 2aq and multiply with the q here, it will become qd into q minus 1. All are understand, students? So just take the P inside and Q inside, just multiply the terms. After multiplication, what we will take these terms to the LHS side. Take these two terms to the LHS side. This 2AQ take to the LHS side, it will become minus 2AQ, and take this QD into Q minus 1 to the LHS side, it will become minus QD into Q minus 1, that is equal to 0. So after taking the common, what we are observed here, this is the 2AP and this is the 2AQ. So observe these two terms, this term and this term. So what is the common in these two terms? We have the 2A is the common. So what we will take, I will take the 2A common here. It will become P minus Q. And here observe these two terms. What I am observed here, D and the D is there. From these two terms I will take the D common here. What is the remaining value is P into P minus 1 minus Q into Q minus 1, that is equal to 0. So are you understand, students, here? So just I am taking the 2A common from these two terms, it will become P minus Q, and I take the D common from these two terms, it will become P into P minus. See, students, that is the take this term to 2A common and take the D common. What we will continue that 2A into P minus Q plus D into P minus 1 minus Q into Q minus 1 is equal to 0. Just multiply that one here. What you will get that. So 2A into P minus Q plus D into multiply with P here, P square minus P minus Q square minus of minus plus Q is equal to 0. So after that 2A into P minus Q plus D into take P square minus Q square as a one term, and minus P plus Q is there, just take the minus common, it will become P minus Q minus P plus Q, and taken the minus common, it will become P minus Q. Just multiply with minus, minus P minus of minus plus Q. So minus P plus Q. Just I am taking the minus common. Why I am written like this one? This P square minus Q square is in the form of A square minus B square. A square minus B square you can written as A plus B into A minus B. So you can written as 2A into P minus Q plus D into this P square minus Q square you can written as P minus D into P plus Q. P minus Q into P plus Q. Minus of P minus Q is equal to 0. So we can return A minus P into A plus B form. So that's why I am written in this value. So after taking this value, what we can take the value P minus Q is a common for all the terms. Yes or no? P minus Q, P minus Q, P minus Q. So we can take that P minus Q is a common. So 2A into P minus Q plus D into P minus Q into P plus Q minus P minus Q is equal to 0. That is the previous step. Just I am written once again here. So next what we can take the P minus Q from common from all the terms. What we will get that 2A, what is the remaining values you have to return 2A plus D into, you are taken that P minus Q is a common, what is the remaining value is P plus Q minus, we are already taken this value is a common, so it will become 1 is equal to 0. So here already in the question they are given P is not equal to Q, so that's why it does not become 0. So compulsory A into B equal to 0, A equal to 0 or B equal to 0. So this value is not a 0, so automatically this value will become the 0 only. So 2A plus D into P plus Q minus 1 is equal to 0. So take that 2A to one side. So D into P plus Q minus 1, take this 2A to that side, it will become minus 2A. So D is equal to D will become minus 2A, take into the denominator, it will become P plus Q minus 1. So we are calculated the difference. The common difference is minus 2A by P plus Q minus 1. All are understand student? Just I am taken that sum of p terms is equal to sum of q terms. Just we are simplified. We are getting the common difference. So after getting the common difference, they are asking what is the sum of p plus q terms. What is the sum of p plus q terms? What is the Sn? Sn is nothing but n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here in the place of n, we have a p plus q. So in the place of n, we have p plus q. Just replace that in the place of n, p plus q by 2 into 2a plus p plus q minus 1 into d. So in the place of n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So you have in the place of n, you have a p plus q. So after writing this one, they are asking in the question we are already calculated what is the common difference. The common difference d is equal to minus 2a by p plus q minus 1. Just replace here what we will get. So just replace that value. Yes, p plus q is equal to p plus q by 2 into 2a plus p plus q minus 1. In the place of d, replace this value minus 2a by p plus q minus 1. So cancel p plus q minus 1 and p plus q minus 1. What we will get that p plus q by 2 into 2a minus 2a. Minus 2a and plus 2a will be cancelled. It will become 0. It will become 0. So the total value will become 0 only. So what is the sum of p plus q terms of the arithmetic progression is 0. See that, write down in the notes for every step, then see that notes once again. Then if you have any doubt, first write down the notes and see that what is the doubt you have, ask in the WhatsApp. First see the video, then write the notes, then ask. After writing the notes, you can get the clarification. After writing the notes, then ask the what is the doubts you have. After seeing the video, don't ask the doubts directly. First write down the notes, then you can identify. In the simplification steps, you can identify. So then ask the what is the doubts you have in the WhatsApp group. Okay, we will continue in the next class.